What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. So guys, I do want to break down this video because we have in the, I guess you could call it the red vitamin space or whatnot, there have been discussions about going overseas and you know, exploring your options elsewhere, and I am 100% for that. I do have my passport. I support guys traveling, especially on their own dime. I respect it, but there is some pushback, and don't be surprised if you get to some of these countries and there is some pushback. Now, from what I've been seeing, the pushback is mainly from, you know, locals toward white men specifically. But it looks like the brothers are catching on to traveling, which, you know, white men have been doing for the longest. And we're just now catching up and, you know, getting financially stable to where we can travel. But a lot of the locals are not having it, specifically when it comes to white men. Now, I don't think they're really saying anything about brothers yet, but there are some locals who are not with Americans traveling to their countries, especially in Mexico City. So let's get into it on some of the reasons why you may not be welcomed if you are trying to exercise your options overseas.
This is what some Mexicans are calling modern colonialism. The heavy influx of Americans moving to Mexico City to take advantage of lower living costs. Other locals are calling it gentrification, a plague, or even an invasion.
Wait! Behind you!
Okay, so you see this TikTok. She's trying to embarrass these white men for coming over to the country, and like I said, women love embarrassing men on social media, but this is a status symbol. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if she went over and gave them some top later on in the night, but she is obviously trying to make a statement, acting surprised why there are so many white Americans in Mexico City.
Oh my god!
You're thinking of moving to Mexico City? Wow, one simple recommendation. .com. Gentrification is the name of the game.
So obviously you can see that this is an LGBT brother. So, I mean, we're not really worried about smoke from them.
Name of the game.
Critics say the flood of Americans has caused an increase in the cost of basic necessities for.
Okay, so there you have it. You have inflation going on in these foreign countries because Americans are bringing their American dollar and basically driving up the price because they have more to spend and they're more willing to spend this amount of money, even if the prices go up to the locals, because the prices are still cheaper compared to America.
For locals, rent has more than doubled for some. This is not to mention that Mexico City residents already spend an average of 60% of their income on housing.
The same people moving are the same ones who complain when immigrants come to America.
So as you can see, the sisters are actually upset. And they're directing, I mean, online I've seen their smoke be directed at brothers specifically, but it looks like they are, you know, they're using the colonizers are coming in and taking over angle. So that's a thing as well.
And of course, natives are upset, as they should be.
Many Americans moving to Mexico City are working remotely and still getting paid in US dollars. Some locals have benefited from increasing tourism, but for many, that doesn't balance out rising costs and inflation. Mexicans are also fed up with Americans ignoring cultural and social norms. And some complain that in certain places, English is more common than Spanish. Local businesses are being forced to shut down and replaced by cafes and Pilates studios.
People who live in Mexico City and people who work in Mexico City, including myself, we want to get a place, but it's really difficult because the prices are so high, and even with a good salary, it's very difficult.
And you know, I actually can empathize with this, but I mean, let's keep it a buck. Who's coming to each other's country more? Are there more Americans flooding Mexico City, or are there more Mexicans flooding the American border, the southern border? Let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it fair. Yeah, y'all can complain all y'all want, but you've got tens of thousands of people trying to still get into America.
You're still bragging about how cheap it is and how it's not even like a quarter of your rent in LA, and it's messed up, right?
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You definitely should be cautious because some people might take offense to this when traveling and they might have smoke for you. But from what I have heard and from what I've seen, Americans are pretty welcome in other countries. So I don't think that it's too much of an issue, but you definitely should be aware and just make sure you're cognizant and watching your back, because they really might have some smoke for you, especially the white guys over here who watch my channel. Because if you are a darker hue, if you do have melanin, you're probably going to blend in a little bit more, especially if you speak the native tongue. So anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to the email down below with a screenshot of your Cash App, so I know you pay your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your mark freaking deal with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne. Reclaim your throne.